are, where they live, or what they believe. The way we see it, opportunity is for everyone. The chance to create a movement, to find or build a community, or to learn something new. This belief is why we look to help people boost their possibilities with skills that will help them succeed in a world that's busy changing every day. Tools designed to help keep their businesses humming and their communities strong. And knowledge that will help them put the best face on their business or idea. After all, we believe in supporting people everywhere who have the ambition to turn ideas into something bigger, better, and greater.
Hi, good morning. My name is Liam Kapati and I'm the head of agency for Facebook. So it's actually great being in a venue like this because it brings together businesses and consumers together for consumers to be able to find products and services that they wouldn't have been able to discover had they not been here. In the same way, I'm here today to be able to talk to you about what Facebook can do to help grow your business and try to help connect you and your customers, connect you and your business to the right customers. So Facebook is where customers already are. So around the world, we have over 2 billion people who are on Facebook. We have over 800 million people who are on Instagram, and over 1 billion people send messages using Messenger every month. So could I have a raise of hands? Who here is on Facebook? Who here is on Instagram? And who here uses Messenger? So that's an incredible number. And then we think about the Philippines, we have over 80 million people who are also on Facebook every month. More than 10 million people are on Instagram, and over 50 million people send messages as well using Messenger. So when you think about this and that potential market size, that is the power that our platform delivers to businesses, whether you're small, medium, or even big ones. So in the Philippines, you might think our penetration is only within Metro Manila, but quite honestly, the penetration of Facebook cuts across the areas, but it also cuts across demographics and socioeconomic classes. And as a business owner, you might think, where does your journey begin? And your journey begins with your Facebook page. So could I have a raise of hands again? Who here has a Facebook page for your business? Okay, not as many. So for those of you who do, then that's great. For those of you who don't, then this is what this talk will be really about. So your journey starts here, because with Facebook being able to connect you with so many people, not just in the Philippines, but also in other markets, you join all these other businesses that are on our platforms today. In the world, we have over 70 million businesses who are present on Facebook. And we have over 25 million business profiles on Instagram. And what does this mean? Currently around the world, over 1.6 billion people are currently connected to a small business. And 44% of them would say that they actually are able to find a new product and service on Facebook. And the number of messages being sent between businesses and people are roughly 2 billion in every month. So in the Philippines, we have over 50 million people who are actually connected to a small business, and over 40 million people who are connected to a foreign small business from the Philippines. So these are incredible numbers when you think again about the potential market size that you have. So there's 3 things that having a Facebook page enables you to do. So the first is it allows you to maintain existing relationships with your current customers. The next one is that it allows you to find new customers and reach out an entirely new audience. And the very last one is, especially for those of you who currently do have a Facebook page, it allows you to actually measure the results of what you're doing on your page as you reach out to your customers. So there's 3 steps that you can do to be able to do this. The most important here is building a valuable presence within Facebook and our family of apps. And that starts with your Facebook page. The next one is being able to communicate with customers, whether that's from one is to many or one is to one, meaning a very personal interaction. And the very last is being able to manage and measure results. So let's start first with what should you know when it comes to building your presence within Facebook. So definitely when you think about your Facebook page, it really becomes the gateway by which customers are able to discover and know about your business. So when you think about this, go ahead and tell your story with the profile, with your business profile page. Don't be ashamed to actually, as much as possible, share your business story on it, because people love a great story. And you can do this easily by actually starting with a logo on your profile pic. You can also do this by actually adding as well in your cover photos pictures or images that are related to your business and your service that would help to be able to communicate the brand identity that you would like to get across. And the very last is, remember, people, I actually just did this several times last week because I was looking for something to buy, and several times I would always spend time on the Facebook page of the business I would want. And I always found it very helpful when it gives me the address, I actually know the number to call, gives me the website, the username, and even the operating hours of the store. So as much as possible, populate all of these fields when you do have your Facebook page. And if you already have one and you haven't, try to give as much information that would be helpful for the consumer. So next part here is, we have this thing called sections that is able to help you personalize your page that is in line again with the product or service that you're trying to sell. And these are very, very critical, again, if the consumer is trying to discover more about your business. So for example, if you're a spa or a salon, having actually the services that you provide would be extremely helpful for them without even having to walk into your store. If you're selling some goods or if you're selling products, having your products available within the shop tab would be also another critical journey for them to exactly know what it is you're selling and how much. And last is, if you actually have business openings within it, go ahead and post your job openings, and you make it easier again for people to apply to your business if hiring is a problem that you have. So one of the things here that we do recommend that people do, which often they don't, or not often, but we wish that people did it more, is display customer reviews. And the reason for this is, this becomes the gateway by which you're able to build that trust with the consumer. Now, these signals to people that customer service is actually important to you. And whether it's a good review, or actually even more when it's a bad review, that you went out of your way to address, it really tells people that customer service matters to you. Next would be calls to action. So Facebook is able to actually help you by being able to help you identify what is the appropriate call to action for your business. So make sure that your call to action puts the customer closer to the last step of conversion that you want them to do. So think about it when you have your business page, when you have your Facebook page, what is it that you want customers to do when they land on it? So example, this could be actually setting up booking appointments if you have a salon, or it could be about buying or shopping now if you have certain things to sell. So the next part of this is communication and how these features are built into your page. So there's a lot of ways to communicate using your Facebook page to your customers. So here is definitely we have a lot of tools that are able to help you communicate to a large audience. So the number one reason that small businesses succeed or fail is really their ability to attract customers. So 74% of them say that. So your page provides you many ways by which you can do this. And the most familiar one, which I'm sure that everyone would be familiar with, would be posting. So this is where you provide videos or photos to be able to communicate what it is that would be helpful to your consumers. The next part here would be events. So globally, we have around 700 million people who actually use the events feature on the Facebook page. And that's actually a great way to, again, bring people together in the real world to experience your business. Next would be groups. So groups is actually at the forefront of the Facebook experience. So that's why actually every month more than 1 billion people are using groups. So how does this matter to you? Why don't you go ahead and create or even link an existing group to your page that would be able to reinforce the identity that you're trying to have and even foster the community that you have. And last here would be advertising. So currently we have 6 million active advertisers. We have over 6 million active advertisers who are now using our simple advertising solutions to get their message across to customers that matter. So the next way that you can communicate to your customers would be on a 1:1 level. And what we've seen is a trend really of the last few years where people have shifted the way that they interact. Who here still likes to call and text? Does anyone still like to call and text? Please raise your hand. Who here prefers to do instant messaging? Okay, so it's the same trend that we've seen for businesses and the way that people interact with businesses. So much so that actually 56% of people say that they would rather message than call a customer service hotline. And for me, that's a personal truth because sometimes you end up waiting for a very long time. And then as mentioned earlier, people are exchanging messages with businesses every single second and every single day. So how can you make this easier for them? You can inbuild page messaging into the way that you actually have your experience. So being able to answer questions or concerns from your customers privately is one thing that it allows you to do. Everyone who has a Facebook page would automatically have Messenger. And with that, it unlocks that ability to have that 1:1 interaction with your customers. We also have other free Messenger templates and tools to make it easier. Because as you use Messenger more, as more people inquire about your products and services on your page, you need to find a way to make it simpler for yourself. Now, one of the things that we love is actually having a welcome greeting, just to say hello. It gives us perception that you're actually paying attention to them. So go ahead and actually set this up within your Messenger settings. You can actually have as well quick replies or what we call instant replies that you can do. And the very last would be activate your away messaging and leverage the saved messages that you have to be able to quickly reply to the same questions on the same topics. And last year would be about managing and measuring the results. Because we understand how important the time is for you as a business owner. So what we have are actually business management tools to help simplify the process for you. From not just managing your page, but also being able to learn insights about your audience. So in terms of managing communication, most of you would have a Facebook page. Some of you might have an Instagram profile. Some of you might have Messenger. So even though your presence exists across all of these, such as page comments, Instagram comments, there's a way for you to actually unify all of these within the same inbox. So go ahead and manage your conversations efficiently using our multi-admin features. And that helps you manage your workflow and make it faster, but it also helps you to classify and prioritize important customers with labels. So for those of you who don't have this yet, go ahead and download this. This is our Pages Manager app that you can download from any of your preferred app stores. And what this does is it allows you, again, to manage your page on the go wherever you are while being able to unify all of the messages that you might have on Messenger, on Instagram, or even on Facebook without having to open every single one of those inboxes. The next year will be about measuring results. One thing that this allows you to do, which is on your page insights, is to help you understand what is your page's performance. Like, when are people visiting your page? What are the times? Also, what are the types of audiences that you have? So all of these tools make it easy for people to streamline and drive sales for your business. So now that they're all set, basically, what we'd like to share are a few tips of how you can create engaging content on the platform. Because the truth of the matter is that in every single day, people are scrolling through more than 90 meters of feed. If you don't know what that is equivalent to, that's an equivalent to the height of the Statue of Liberty. So that's the amount of content that you have to get across. So what should you do? So once you're ready, you have your page, how do you create content that actually helps you get across the clutter? So, as the quickest guide that we can possibly give you, understand your goals. So understand what it is that you need to drive. Understand the audiences that you need to speak to. And the very last, understand the visuals and the texts that people like the most when they relate to your business or service. And that creates engaging content on our platform. So the beauty about Facebook and all of our family of apps is that allow our algorithms and our AI to work for you. So be clear about your business objective. If you want people to drive to your website, make sure that that's what you want our system to do, and it will find the people on our platform who like to visit websites. If you like to have brand awareness as your objective, set it for that, and it will actually find the most amount of people that it can reach your message out to. And we also have lead generation on several platforms, which includes Messenger. The next is understand who your audience is. You might be talking, for instance, to adventure seekers, or you might be talking to foodies, or you might be talking to people who like pets. Now, understand again who your audience is and allow our system to be able to find the audiences that matter to you and your business. And the very last, and please write this down for those of you who like to create your own ads, visit our Creative Hub. So just, it's as simple as searching for it, Creative Hub. And it's a free resource that you do have that can actually help you be inspired of the great creative work that people have on our platform. So not just as a repository for really inspiring work, but it also allows you to create those mock-ups before you go live with it in all the formats that are available on our platform, whether it's stories and whether it's on the feed. So where to get help, we have tons of information. You can take a snapshot of what we have. And this actually enables you to not just be really great at using our platform, but it also gives you a lot of places to be inspired, so you can go play around and be able to grow your business with Facebook. So that being said, I'd like to just leave you with a piece of inspiring content of how people have managed to grow with Facebook.
Jadi awalnya jualan itu nggak sengaja. Saya mulai belajar dari buku atau dari orang-orang yang lebih senior tentang proses pembuatan batik. Saya akhirnya fall in love dengan batik. Dari situ akhirnya saya mulai mengembangkan kain-kain tersebut menjadi baju. Saya mulai browsing, ada nggak sih komunitas orang-orang yang memang suka batik yang itu saya ingin jual. Setelah ketemu orang-orangnya, saya add-in pakai personal profile. Habis itu mulailah jualan di sana. Waktu mulai aku dibantu dengan marketing dan juga ada saat itu satu karyawan. Saat ini kita memiliki 66 orang karyawan, di mana 27 diantaranya adalah orang yang disabled. Kita mulai dari yang dibeli dan kemudian over time memulai orang-orang yang amputee, yang kehilangan tangan atau kaki, baik itu dari lahir ataupun karena kecelakaan. Saya ingin orang-orang itu bisa melihat mereka because of their ability and not from their disability. Awalnya pas dipindah dari Facebook profile ke Facebook page sempat bingung banget karena memang 95% dari sales itu datangnya dari Facebook profile. Pindah dari Facebook profile ke Facebook page adalah salah satu keputusan yang tepat yang saya ambil untuk batik kultur. Saya telah mengalami peningkatan jumlah sales sebanyak kira-kira 60%. Saya juga mengalami peningkatan customer base sebanyak 70%. Saya menggunakan page insight untuk lihat customer saya itu lokasinya di mana. 45% dari customer saya itu asalnya dari Jakarta, 10% dari Surabaya, 40% dari kota-kota lain di Indonesia, dan sisa 5%-nya dari luar negeri. Saya lebih sering untuk melakukan schedule. Jadi post tersebut nggak langsung dipublish, tapi di schedule dulu untuk waktu-waktu tertentu. Biasanya saya pilih adalah di mana saya lebih banyak online. Setelah saya schedule, saya akan melakukan boost post, di mana post tersebut itu akan saya promosikan orang-orang yang menurut saya bakalan tertarik. Orang-orang kan biasanya kalau ada yang interest tuh bakalan komen. Kami sebagai admin harus reply secepat dan seakurat mungkin. Jadi customer itu interestnya masih di situ. Saya menggunakan Facebook page dari bulan September tahun lalu. Return on ad spend-nya biasanya sekitar 125 kali. Untuk kedepannya, Batik Kultur berharap bisa membuka lebih banyak lagi galeri di kota-kota besar di Indonesia. Dengan menggunakan Facebook page, bisnis Anda bisa lebih berkembang.